Hello, boys and girls, it's Miss Judy. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a little crabby today. I've been stuck in the house. Why don't we do our ABCs, shall we? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Very good. And let's count. What should we count to? You tell me. A number between 1 and 20. No, we're not just going to count to 2. Come on, you can do better than that. Did I hear 15? That sounds like a good number. Let's count to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Very good. Now I thought that I would read you a story since I was feeling crabby, and it's called A House for a Hermit Crab by Carle. Now Carle likes to take, and he does, first of all, he paints all kinds of different pictures using lots of color, and then he takes those pictures and cuts them apart to use for the pictures in his book. Sorry, I have to get the book straight. Time to move, said Hermit Crab one day in January. I've grown too big for this little shell. He had felt safe and snug in his shell, but now it was too small. Hermit Crab stepped out of the shell and onto the floor of the ocean, but it was frightening out there in that big open wide sea without a shell on. What if a big fish comes along and attacks me, he thought. I must find a new house right away. Oh, look at the fish. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 blue and green fish. Now, early in February, Hermit Crab found just the house that he wanted. It was a big shell and strong, and he moved right in, wiggling and waggling about inside to see how it felt, and it felt just right. But it looked so plain, he thought. In March, Hermit Crab met some sea anemones. They swayed gently back and forth in the water. How beautiful you are, said Hermit Crab. Would one of you be willing to come and live on my house? It's so plain, it needs you. I'll come, whispered a small sea anemone. Gently, Hermit Crab picked it up with his claw and put it on his shell. It looks sort of like a flag now. In April, Hermit Crab passed a flock of starfish moving slowly along the seafloor. How handsome you are, said Hermit Crab. Would one of you be willing to decorate my house? I would, signaled a small little sea star. Carefully, Hermit Crab picked it up with his claw and put it on his house. Oh, look, they're a pretty blue color. In May, Hermit Crab discovered some sea coral. They were hard and didn't move. How pretty you are, said the Hermit Crab. Would one of you be willing to make my house more beautiful? I would, creaked a crusty coral. Gingerly, Hermit Crab picked it up with his claw and placed it on his shell. Gingerly is another word for gently. In June, Hermit Crab met a group of snails crawling over a rock on the ocean floor. They grazed as they went, picking up algae and bits of debris and leaving a clean path behind them. "How tidy and hard-working you are," said Hermit Crab. "Would one of you be willing to come and help with clean my house?" "I would," offered one of the snails. So happily, Hermit Crab picked it up with his claw and placed it on his shell. They're sort of like a vacuum cleaner. In July, Hermit Crab came upon several sea urchins. They had sharp, prickly needles. "How fierce you look," said Hermit Crab. "Would one of you be willing to protect my house?" "I would," answered a spiky sea urchin. So gratefully, Hermit Crab picked it up with his claw and placed it near his shell. In August, Hermit Crab and his friends wandered into a forest of seaweed. "It's so dark in here," thought Hermit Crab. "How dim it is," murmured the sea anemone. "How gloomy it is," whispered the starfish. "How murky it is," complained the coral. "I can't see," said the snail. "It's like nighttime," said the sea urchin. In September, Hermit Crab spotted a school of lanternfish darting through the dark water. "How bright you are," said Hermit Crab. "Would one of you be willing to light up our house?" "I would," replied one lanternfish, and it swam over near the shell. In October, Hermit Crab approached a pile of smooth pebbles. "How sturdy you are," said the Hermit Crab. "Would you mind if I rearranged you?" "Not at all," answered the pebbles. Hermit Crab picked them up, one by one, with his claw, and built a wall around his shell. "Now my house is perfect," thought Hermit Crab. But in November, Hermit Crab felt that his shell seemed a bit too small. Little by little over the year, Hermit Crab had grown. Soon he would have to find another bigger home. But he had come to love his friends, the sea anemone, see the anemone, and the starfish, the coral, the sea urchin, the snail, and the lanternfish, and even the wall of smooth pebbles. "They have been so good to me," thought Hermit Crab. "They are like a family. How can I leave them?" In December, a smaller hermit crab passed by. "I've outgrown my shell," she said. "Would you know of a place for me?" "Well, I have outgrown my house too," said Hermit Crab. "I must move on. You are welcome to live here, but you must promise to be good to my friends." "I promise," said the little crab. So the following January, Hermit Crab stepped out and the little crab moved in. "Couldn't stay in that little shell forever," said Hermit Crab as he waved goodbye. The ocean floor looked wider than he remembered, but Hermit Crab wasn't afraid. Soon he spied the perfect house, a big, empty shell, and it looked, well, a little bit plain, but he got great ideas. Sponges, he thought, and barnacles, clownfish, sand dollars, electric eels. Oh, there are so many possibilities. I can't wait to get started and decorate a new house. And that is the story of A House for Hermit Crab by Carle. Now, before I go, I thought we would sing our song about If You're Happy and You Know It. I have a little friend with me. His name is Ploppers, and he's going to sing with us. Okay? If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, clap, clap. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, clap, clap. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, clap, clap. Now you might want to stand up for this part. Ploppers is, if you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet, stomp, stomp. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet, stomp, stomp. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet, stomp, stomp. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! hooray! If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, stomp, stomp, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, stomp, stomp, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, stomp, stomp, hooray! Well, I hope that you feel a little better. I don't feel so crabby now because I spent this time with you. So I'll hope to see you again soon. Take care, and remember, I love you. Bye-bye.